Oh, good morning, beautiful people. Yesterday we had the snow, and typical that the day before was the day I turned everything on. So I couldn't check yesterday if there was any leaks because it was soaking wet, covered in snow, and looking good. I think that's just because it was so wet and cold yesterday. You don't get any sun around this side at this time of year. It's taking a bit longer, as you can see. Still got ice on the top of the pond, but we seem to be running fine apart from one thing. I put absolutely loads of media in there, and it seems like there's hardly any in. So there's only one place it can go, and that's down there, down through there, and through the pump. So that's not good. You can hear the pumps making a funny, really funny squeaky noise. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Yeah, really high-pitched noise. And there we go. Sounds a bit like a cricket, but pretty quiet. So I think the thing to do is shut it down for a second, open that one up, and I hope that loads of media comes through, because I don't know what to do now if these grids aren't working. I put 2 scoops in there, and that is not 2 scoops at all. So either it's gone under the grid, or it's gone down to the pump. Right, let's get everything ready to check. I've still got to get that down. Take the other pump out. You see, it's freezing cold as it was yesterday. Cleared all the ice off the top, apart from that bit over there. Now the fish, right hunkered down on the bottom. For some reason we still look a little bit cloudy. Maybe it's the window needs a clean. Give that a bash in a minute, but hot waters are going to be freezing. Alright then, let's figure out why this media's not there. Back in a bit, guys. Okay, I've turned everything off, and that is not even 1 scoop of media. Where's the rest of it? Oh, please no. Right then. Turns that way. There you go. There you go. Fuck's sake. Why? Oh man. How? There we go. Fuck's sake. Oh shit. Alright then. Work out why it's doing this. Be back to you in a bit. There's a gap there. That's the biggest one. It still seems to be going down the sides. Can't see at the back. I'm assuming there's a gap there. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, fuck's sake. I thought this was going to work. And the good news is it's not dropping through the small holes, it's just dropping around the back. That little hole there, that massive hole there. The only other way to do it. I'm going to put some tape around it. That tape, when it just gets wet, it's just going to flop off. And if I glue it, it's never going to come out. And if I liquid black it, it'll have to be liquid blacked every time I take it out, if I have to take it out. And then it'll need all that liquid black scraping out from inside the barrel. And I mean, this has only been on 2 days, so that much, and then the first pot full. It's a joke. Considering, like, it's got to sink down to do it, and it's floaty media. I don't understand. Really don't understand. They've got all of that. Oh, and some leaves as well. So our leaves are getting through the first pot. If leaves are getting through the first pot, then they must be coming on this one as well. They must be dropping through that one. They'll be able to. Oh, I don't need this. I just need it to work. Especially now it's fucking winter. I have to scratch my head a bit more on this one. We'll get that one other one drained down and see if that's doing the same. That means everything's got to come off yet again. Yet a fucking again! Oh, the fuck, man. Fucking believe it. I thought, yeah, today we'll come out, we'll take this off, we'll get that down, we'll fix the net. Shearer is looking massive. I'm doing what the hell's going on again. We will get this pond up and running sweetly. I will. So that's fucking thing I do. Right. The only other option is to do what I was thinking about, and let's turn the grids the other way. So instead of bending up, they bend down. Just have to take them off, turn them upside down, and I hope that that pushes against the outside better. And that's the thing to do. Oh dear, we're going to go into a 5th fucking part. I know it. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys, but we will come back to you when we get a plan sorted. This is not how I wanted it to go. This should be done now. Battle for weeks to get it sorted. I need a cigarette. I really need a cigarette, and I'll come back to you in a bit. I've had to flood the garden again, and I've had to change my shoes. As I pulled that in, turn the handle, that'll come flying off because it's not glued in. I have to remember that one. and I got absolutely soaked. Fresh pair of shoes, fresh pair of socks. Oh, that water's cold. I still feel my foot tingling now. Right, we've got the media out of that one. Media out of that one as best we can. There's still loads underneath the grid. And yeah, it's a little bit of crap there. That's what I was worried about, some of the crap getting stuck. But in this side, no media went down, and that's because it's floating at the top. And I got it out before I emptied the barrel, so we're okay on that side. It's just this side. Still loads under there. I reckon I'm about half a scoop, half of one of them scoops short. Alright, losing daylight again rapidly. Oh, I hate winter. Plan of action. Yeah, again, take that off. I'll tell you what, them drain them barrels pretty quick. So overall I'm impressed. It's just the grids. Doesn't seem to be any leaks from there. We'll have to get the right kind of length of pipe down the drain. And just get another one of them. Get another one of these lengths. It's 1.4 meters there, and then one of these other bits. That one's going to be a bit longer, so it should be any other way around it is to get the flexi hose and see if that will fit over a piece of pipe. That piece of pipe there, but it's so long I can't cut it shorter because I need it from there to there. Need it from the filter house to the drain. Doesn't quite reach, so I've got this white piece of pipe. Right then, it took a lot longer to get that media out because I had to go out and get some rubber gloves because I couldn't find any, and I could only do about 2 scoops with my hand before I couldn't have no feeling in my fingers. Icy cold, that water. God knows what the temperature is. Let's have a look. Get the finger, Bob. Come out. Oh my god, I've got to get a new one of these. Oh yeah, proper decent. I can't even see that. It's fucking green. It's all on the inside as well. How's it got on the inside? Yeah. The blue is way down. That side's Fahrenheit 40. Hot wire, goodness knows. Somewhere between 30 and 40. What that is in Celsius, got no idea. So I need a decent thermometer. Anyone's got any suggestions of a decent one? Drop it in the comments. Right then, let's see if I can get these barrels off before it's too dark. We'll have to do the media. I'll have to do the grids tomorrow, I think. The only thing I could do is, I suppose, it's pointless running it through with no media, because it's all just going to end up in the pump and the backy shower and block that. So I think you're just going to have air tonight, guys. Just want this pond to run smooth. Right. Fish are just chilling at the bottom. A couple down that end. Didn't get fed yesterday. I'm not going to feed them today either. It's too cold. Need to get some wheat germ as well. And these guys. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be that hungry. Alright then. That's the next job. Sort out why this is going down again. And sort these grids out. I also want to try and get that cover done for that pond. I'll work that one out yet. It's close to Christmas. I think there's 2 more payments before Christmas. Yeah, it sucks to be government funded, but there we go. Next year we'll try and figure out getting some experience either through a dealer. Nearest koipond to me is Rick. Now he's got Vince and Dave helping him out. I don't know. Right. Those guys seem good anyway, despite the fact there's half a ton of leaves in the bottom of the pond. Once I've done this, we can work on that. Get this pond sorted. It's been neglected a little bit. Right then. Where was I? Yeah, let's get these barrels sorted. Get them off yet again. That's all I seem to be doing. Take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on, change this, change that. Right then. Let's get this sorted. It's going to get dark. Probably got an hour of daylight. Alright, we'll catch you in a bit, guys. Oh, look at that. It's jammed up full of media. So I've had to take these off to get the barrels off because I can't lift them. And them on. And that's what a yeah, shit. Back in there. That's a typical. Yeah, fuck it. That's enough. Yeah, of course it's going to do that. Anything that can go wrong is fucking going wrong right now. Alright, so pick that fucker up in a bit. Taking the piss, mate. Really is. Oh, fuck life. I think I found one possible problem. That garnet has come apart. Now, whether it came apart when I was pushing it in, whether it's come apart when it's been in the water, or whether it's come apart when I was struggling to get it out. Now, that might be one issue. There's all of that down there still. Fucking stuff. It's all over the fucking garden. And I tried to get it out. It's all there. It's all there. I'm beginning to hate this media now as much as I hate K1. Bloody stuff. Is it absolutely everywhere? And because it's wet, everything sticks to it. Leaves, stones, polystyrene, everything. So picking that lot up that was down there that fell off has cost me most of the last little bit of daylight. Got all that there to pick up. There's some down there. There's some over there. There's still tons more in there. I think what I'm going to do is get so I can get out of here. Just take that out of there. Have to figure something out. So what I'm thinking of is just turning that up the other way, and then once it's up the other way, it should hopefully that bit there, keep it pushed to the edge. Let's get the rest of that out of there. See, it's fucking stuff. Hate it. How the hell has it got under the? How the hell has it got in between the grid and the mat? How the hell has that bit got in there? That's a fucking fuck knows. So if I put it in like that, then it's not going to hold it properly. I think the thing to do is to bend that to the outside. So snip it off. Excuse me. Snip it off from the grid. Turn it upside down. I have to try and line these holes back up again. Whether they will line up the same way. They should do if I flip it that way. Oh, I'll have to see. That'll be tomorrow's job. Right. Let's try and get as much of this mess cleaned up as I can. I'm going to leave that filter off the bypass, because otherwise I'll have to sort that out and then take it all apart. I can't be bothered. If I can fix this in a day, get it back together, the fish should be alright. Right then, where to start? Start by not falling down that hole, I suppose. Right, that's got to be lifted up. Can't do it one-handed. So we're catching a bit, guys. Unbelievable. Look at that lot. Look at that lot. Still some in there. That's only going to come out if I run some water through the barrel. Just going to go back in. I'd say it was about half apart, wouldn't you? Right. Unbelievable. Right then. What I might do is take these grids in tonight. Let's take one of them in. Get it dried, get it sorted. Get that glued back together somehow. Alright. Yeah, I'll pick all that all up tomorrow. The rest of it that's around the garden, can't be doing with it today, I'll just lose all my light. Right. That other grid's got to come out. Hello, beautiful people. So, you've had a store for the last couple of days. And what I've managed to do indoors is turn these grids baskets round, so they're now going to sit hopefully that way. Right, the storm is still raging. I'm suited and booted in our waterproof coat, waterproof trousers, and yeah, I'll go out and work in that. It was too bad yesterday, but we need to get this filter back on. So I'm going to work around the corner there, out of the wind, and hopefully get all these grids back in and get it fixed back together today. Otherwise, it's putting the bypass back on. Don't really want to do that because it's such a high wind out there. So I'm going to go outside. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to film in that. So we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Okay then, has puffed me out. Right, we've still got a couple of gaps. One there, major one, that side. A couple of gaps around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and get some foam like this. Cut some strips out of it. I'll wedge it down the side where the holes are. And that'll mean that it won't have a map right the way across it. So it shouldn't stop the waste from disappearing back down there. And it should plug the gaps. We can wedge the foam in. That's yeah, the one at the back I can't quite get my fingers through. That one at the side there, that's quite horrendous. Media's just going to drop through that side as well. It's just where the barrel bows out. They're not completely bloody rectangle. If they were, the only other thing to do is maybe get some bracing. I'll brace the outside. Can I push that? Let's have a look. If I push the outside, what's it do on the other side? Strap the outside. Never thought of that. Put that in the way on this side. And on that side. Why didn't I make it come through that bit? Would have been easier. I made it come through there. Then it would have been too deep. Alright. This patch is fast peeling off as well. Alright, foam's the way, matting's the way to go, I reckon. Just for now. And then we'll figure something out. More permanent fixture in the future. Now people have suggested egg crates, but egg crates don't bend. I did look at them. So to get through this round hole, it would need to be cut round, and the gap inside is much bigger. I've got all this lip, so it needs to be that size. But it needs to go through a hole in that size. That's the problem I've had all the way through it. Can't just cut the barrel there because it needs the extra water volume. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to do it ugly and get some matting, cut it to our right size, and then plug that gap. It just bends up all the time. That one might be slightly larger than that one. That's got one gap there and another gap there. It can get a bit pushed up this way a bit more. I messed about with it by mistake, got it in place. I thought I was pulling this one, and I wasn't. I was pulling that one. I put that one in, and it slided. Tried to pull it round, and I was pulling on this one. Yeah, but never mind. Sort that out. Alright, let's go and get this matting before we run out of daylight. I'll jump in the car if the car starts, and go through all the frigging traffic to get to the nearest aquatic store, which is the other side of the pool. So we'll do that. What time have we got? Does it close at 4? 1:30. Right, let's get all this junk off and go and get it. Well, whoever over the last few days has been absolutely crazy. First we had snow, then we had the sun, and that day of sun allowed me to check the filtration, and we found half the media on the moving bed side had disappeared under the grid again. So we took it all off, we started working on fixing it. Then we had the storm, so the storm came Saturday. I did try and work through it a bit because I needed to get these guys back with some filtration, because we haven't got the bypass back on. So these guys have just been on air for the last couple of days. They don't actually seem to be that bad. So yeah, we had the storm, and now today, Monday, bright blue skies. So we've got to make the most of this. Get this fixed today, get it all fixed back on, and hopefully get it running. So take you over, because this is where I'm working. So the issue still is got gaps down the side. So I toyed with the idea of just putting a mat over the whole thing. Then I thought, once that blocks up, I'm gonna have to either A, get it out and clean it, or B, the water stops flowing through it. So we did get some foam. But what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to cut it into strips, and we're going to literally feed it around the outside and try and plug these gaps. It's not ideal, but I just need to get this working properly now. If I can get some foam in there, I did want that kind of foam, but for 3 sheets of the size I wanted, they wanted 25 quid. And I was like, no. So we've gone for this fine mesh. It shouldn't need to come out. If it's only around the edges, it should just stop the media dropping through. Give me a little bit of bacteria space, but it's not what it's for. So, job for today, cut those up, put them in, and then get everything put back together, because I am getting totally frustrated now. I've even been toying with the idea of making a new filter and try and make it a bit more simplified, but that was the best I could come up with for the space I've got. Alright, let's get working before it starts snowing or something. Alright, catch you in a bit, guys. I'll show you the results. Unfortunately, that's proven extremely difficult to cut into strips, and I'm going to try and get it round the side of it. It just pushes the grid out. And I've got one more idea left, and after that I fucking give up, because I don't know what else to do. So I'm now going to have to walk and go and see if I can get what I think might work, and try that, I suppose. I need to measure those grids so I know got the right size. Right, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. And that's not far away now. So what I did is I went out and I got some shower mats for the bath, for the shower, whatever you want to call them. And I got 2 of them, and I cut them up, and I cut them up wrong. Made them too small. This was the closest one I got. And it ended up going a little bit too small. So I went out and we got 2 more. Slightly bigger ones. And that's given me more of an opportunity to cut them gradually smaller and smaller and smaller. As you can see, there's a nice mess there. Until we are pretty much getting there. That one needs to be pulled up with a little bit more. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. And then what I plan to do is, once I've got the right size, cut the other one as a template, cut the other one to that one, and then drill a load more holes, or punch a load more holes in them, and hopefully that should work. Alright, I think I'm going to get finished today because we've had to go out and back again. Alright, I might do tonight, sit indoors and trim the other one to that template. Getting there, slowly getting there. He's just trying to keep it straight. I've made it worse now. So what keeps happening? Get it sorted in one corner, push the other corner in, and it undoes what I've just done. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. You have to go and get another one of those just to pin it in. And I'll have to yeah. So I think we're going to get done today. That one, the grid needs sorting, and that fair taken out, whatever you want to call it, pad that we tried earlier. So yeah, we will get this sorted as best we can. It was fitting better than that a minute ago. And then punch a load more holes in, and hopefully we should be alright. Alright then, so I'm going to carry on and get as much done as I can, and catch back to you in a little while. Well, good morning, beautiful people. And last night I sat down and I cut out all the holes I hadn't quite gone through, and then I sat there admiring my handiwork. I thought, there's an issue. And the issue is when I put the air stone back in the bottom, the air's going to bubble up nice and fine, hit this, and only have these holes to go through. Whether it'll bubble up right, I don't know. So I think the plan is now put the grids in, put these in, these mats in, and then put the air stones on top, because normally bubbles through that, the bubbles stay nice and fine, and there's no real issue. Putting those on, now I've got an issue. So if I put them on top, it should bubble normally. I just hope I'm not left with a big layer of sludge at the bottom and I can't clean out. Anyway, let's give that a go. I need to get this back working today. It's been off for quite a few days now, just with the air. Snail. What's fucking snail doing in there? Alright, so let's get these fitted in right, get them offered up, and hope and pray it works. It's a matter of ideas now. So we'll get it sorted, get it all attached, and we'll show you the results. This is just not working. I had that one in lovely, and because that grid was out, I turned it upside down, and that's how I flopped out. Well, the grid's all flopped out of place. It's just not working. The stickers that I thought were gonna, the little feet things that I thought were gonna stick to the edge, don't stick to the edge. That would have helped me massively, pin it in place. That's now got to come. Let's slip down in that corner. Oh, what have I got to do? Tell me what I've got to fucking do. I don't know. It's just not working at all. The only other thing to do is to rip the grids out completely, and then every time I clean it, flush the media out, clean the media off. I just need it to be a stop it from going to the pump. I think I know how I can do that. I can take some of that grid and wang it in there. It does mean that every time I clean it out, the media is going to come out, but all I've got to do then is wash the media off and put it back. I can kind of live with that. Right. It shouldn't flow back towards the bottom drain, and if it does, once I open the bottom drain again, it's push all the media back out. Let's go with that. That's all I can think of right now. Right, here we go. That's about as simple as I can keep it. Now that should slide in, slot in there, and no media should be heading towards the pump. Right, let's trim it down a little bit and get it installed. And there we go. Simple. Yeah, guys, I was listening. Keep it simple. Alright. That is as simple as I can make it. It's not glued in, it's just wedged in, so let's hope it stays. It does normally. Right, the next thing to do, by the look of it, is spray all this dust out. These bits there, they need coming out. Give it a clean off. Let's get it back together. Right then, we're all back up and running. The troublesome grids are gone, and so we've just got that in there, wedged in there. That grid thing stopped the media going through to the pump. Hopefully it stayed on. It was on when I put the media in, so it seems to be a little bit low. It's about the right height. That one's seriously low. I've got the pump turned up a bit more though. I've got it turned up to 15. I reckon that could come down a bit, to be honest with you. But I wanted to try and clear the water up as quick as possible. And the inevitable bits of crap floating around. Fish seem alright. So tomorrow's task, sort the net out, get the other pump out, and probably top the water level up a little bit. If there's any leaves floating around, we'll get them out as well. So I'll make a new net for that. Fish actually look in fairly good condition. I don't know whether that's slime on the Akamatsuba's head or whether it's carp pox appearing. Oh, you can't see it. He's gone now. Typical. Yeah, I'll give it a couple of days. Clear this water up, hopefully. There'll be a lot of shite in there to clear out. As you can see, poo sacks. Right. And that is running chipper at the moment. Water level is starting to slightly raise. That's open full at the moment, so I understand why that is not. I think it is coming up slightly. We'll have a look and see. Give it a few more minutes. Literally only just turned it on. And then I suppose the next task after we've done that, and we've done the fish tank, which needs doing, is to clean up all of this bloody mess. And then we can have a look at the main pond. This has been seriously neglected, but the fish are doing alright. Neo is doing wicked. All the blue skinny head is now turning a nice white. Still a few patches of sea need to come up. And I suppose we've got to get all of these out the bottom. That tree's nearly finished dropping. I did think it's pointless doing it until this tree, I suppose it's halfway, it's almost finished dropping. And I suppose the next one to drop all its bloody leaves will be the willow tree. And that's a pain in the ass, that one. I've been given the green light to give it a bit of a prune, so I think I'll tighten the bush back up, get a bit round up, and that won't happen until the spring. Alright then, tidy up over there, get all that mess over there to tidy up. And I suppose we will catch you in the next instalment, guys. Which hopefully should be me telling you that this is actually working now. Because I have seriously fed up with it. Yeah, it's raising up slowly. Turn the pump down a little bit, turn it down 5, let's see how that does. Everything else seems to be alright. We haven't increased the flow rate to that yet. So, pretty much lost for words. And as I say, thanks for watching, thanks for liking and subscribing. We will catch you next time. And hopefully, we've got some good news. So see you later, guys.